And what's up, everybody? Mohan13 here, and I'm not gonna lie, kind of feel like shit, but maybe because I probably haven't ate anything all day, but we won't get into that right now. Well, I mean, I just ate, but yeah. Alright, enough trivia about me, but you see the title of the video. Alright, so where we last left UA off was the UA's crush starting to happen. Now then, things happen similar. They can't, except Link and Nezuko were able to keep couple of people around with Marsh and Swamp Flame. Yes, I'm changing, I'm changing Lincoln's name of Swamp Fire. It's Marsh Flame. Wait, no, was it Izuku's? Chasing Izuku's. Lincoln has the original names. Yeah. I'm changing it from from wherever the hell I had it to Marsh Flame. Our Bio Flame. But you know, y'all tell me in the comments which one y'all want, and we'll keep it like that for now. Marsh Flame. Since, you know, marshes are kind of like, mostly like swamps in a way, so it's more makes sense if you know about nature and shit like that. Well, if you know enough, like, marshes and swamps are kind of the same mostly all around, but, shit, damn, getting off track. But yeah, mostly UA gets blown away. And then we see that Link and Izuku. Now then, the ones that are stick together actually, now then, well, things like I said go to canon, except the ones who leave in this timeline are Chandler and Clyde, who go off by themselves, since they know that their powers can get kind of too dangerous for some of their other classmates to be, especially the classmates that are around right now, since, you know, Chandler's electricity could legit feed back in, well, shit, hurt some of them, which isn't something he wants, obviously. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I might just get down right straight to the end of Season 3 right here and now, or, yeah, no, fuck it. I really don't feel like going to professional hero license exams that much. Never really liked that part of the arc, not gonna lie. Alright, let's get on into this. Now then, Link and Nezuko are able to take multiple people out. Reason being was that, well, Jet Ray. And Stingray. Jet Ray is Izuku's name. Lincoln is Jet Ray, Izuku's Stingrays. Okay. They're able to speed around and take people about less than a flash, an instant, you know? Which they also do have to watch their speed, mostly though they only accidentally turn someone into a red paint, but besides that, yeah. Now then, Toga still tries it, and, well, Zuko ended up turning back to normal to save Ochako and talk to her, so Toga still got his blood, which they never actually really did anything with it, now that I think about it. I mean, well, besides, like, that one instance, besides that, and Alright, I'm rambling, shit. Let's get on with this. So, yeah. Toga gets Izuku's blood, dips. First round is, and the ones that are passed are same in canon, except for, like, 2 random students that are replaced by Chandler and Clyde, like, really easily, since, you know, both are half A. Well, I mean, Chandler's artificial half A. Well, look, man, read the first part, you know it, but Clyde's not Osmosian, which, me personally, what I believe about the Osmosians, I believe Sarantos was lying straight out of his ass, because that's some bullshit. But besides that, let's get on with it. Now, we skip to the rescue part, and this is where Link and Izuku can really shine, as they turn to Reverb and Echo and have them basically, well, they both each make 50 clones each, and then proceed to go around having those clones rescue people. And while it does kind of drown out the energy a bit, it's worth it. While Chandler and Clyde go with Clyde goes with Izuku's version of the 50 clones, and Chandler just splits off with Lincoln's. Which, things go easier. Now then, for the other members of Class 1A, things go even more okay-ish. I mean, they're all stronger here, obviously. But yeah. Now then, we get to the final part. What was the final part? I just got done watching Season 3. Why can't I remember? Okay. they do whatever the final part, and Link and Izuku do come across Gang Orca while he's kind of whooping Shoto's and Windu's ass. I need to rewatch season 3 again. Shit. Well, season 4 now because I'm ending in this video. Okay. Breathe. Alright, I'm good. I'm back. Alright, so let's get this thing rolling. Now then, this is when we see Link and Izuku, all of their clones coming back together. Well, as most of them jump Gang Orca, but realizing that won't work. Now then, we get to the original Link and Izuku that's on their way there. Which after all their clones were destroyed and they timed out. While running there, they're in the green again and hit it. Now then, except they end up as Spectral and Ghost Freak, which they don't really question it right now. They just move to attack Gang Orca just enough to give Shoto and whatever one dude's name is, the ability to win. And this happens a little bit earlier in canon, so they're actually able to get their shit together just a little bit earlier. Now then, this is when we leave, and this is when Link and Izuku start feeling weird. They start hearing something. What the hell is happening? They say in their raspy voices as they fly off. As they start struggling some way meet up with Chandler and Clyde again as they ask what's wrong. Which they see them struggling, starting to spaz out as they yell, "Turn us back!" As they keep yelling it while in pain, seemingly. And Zuko and Chandler, knowing how to work the Omni and omnitrix mostly at this point, well, at least knowing how to turn them back, turns them back. And what they see Link and Izuku there, but next to them they see a ghost. Well, two ghosts. Actually, you know what? No, a ghost. A ghost floating there. It feels so good to be out again. The ghost has a robe wrapped around it, mostly. A purple robe with its head upside down. That's about it. It has his fingers sticking out. It feels so good to be out of those damn watches, the alien says. Oh, Lincoln, Zuko, it's been so long. No, the mixture of Ghost Freak and Spectral says, which I hope you know, they're in a shaded place right now. As the ghosts start laughing maniacally. Oh, what, you don't recognize Ghost Freak? It says, but how? Link and Izuku proceed to ask, how are you? Where are you? You shouldn't be here. Well, there's someone on Earth. As the ghost starts going, my name isn't Ghost Freak or Spectral. It's a scare, he says, with hatred viewing his eyes at the two of them. He says, my DNA was split in half and trapped in those accursed watches. And it was even locked away again until you unlocked it after the reset. And he says, now, it's time for my revenge. As he rushes towards the two boys, only to realize as his hands flew to the light, burning his skin on contact. It seems I cannot get to you two. Now is the time. As the ghost proceeds to say, I'll be back. As he turns intangible and just goes to the ground, and with that, the provisional license exams end. Now then, unbeknownst to the two boys, unbeknownst to all four boys actually, there was someone with blonde hair and red eyes standing there, wondering what the hell was going on. Now then, we get the provisional license exams done and over with. As we see Link and Izuku taking pictures of their hero license, sending it to All Might, yada yada yada. Since All Might's kind of the stepdad in this universe, I never really expanded on it, but basically All Might met Inko met All Might like in a grocery store in this universe, and they just hit it off right there and then. So All Might's kind of like stepdad, and Inko realized that New boy? Yeah, new boyfriend was All Might during the All for One fight. But yeah, besides that, their relationship's going fine. So yeah, sending it to All Might, yada yada yada. Things are going good and great. Now then, we skip a couple of days afterwards. Now, mostly all of class 1. Now then, the ones who failed still failed, so they have to take their licensings. Ooh, those hurt. Now then, we finally skip to see Bakugo, like, during one of these days where Link and Izuku are just talking, like, I don't know. I guess, like, actually, you know what? Lincoln is talking to Sato in here about cooking. And how they're wondering what they're going to cook for everyone tonight, since they want to give it, like, a special thing. You know? Since I believe that Lincoln and Sato will actually be pretty good friends in most universes. Besides that, let's get on with it. So, yeah. Lincoln's talking with Sato, and Izuku's being Izuku. I don't know. Talking to Shoto, I guess. Who knows? But, yeah. This is when Bakugo pulls all 4 boys aside. Chandler, Clyde, Lincoln, and Izuku. And he tells them to follow him. And with them following him, he proceeds to go over his whole spiel about what the hell are those watches. He doesn't go over the All Might gave you a quirk thing since, well, you know, he didn't, but as he also said that he saw that weird ghost break out of their watches, along with it being stuck, and all of a sudden, after they got captured, basically Bakugo goes through an introduction about the Omni and omnitrix. And he just basically asked, explain now. And the boys realizing that they're caught, like, right the fuck handed, they realize that might as well explain. So they do. They explain what happened. They explain that when the watch crashed down on that camping trip, though, those couple of months ago. So you've been turning into fucking aliens, and all 4 of you are some alien type thing. Basically, Katsuki's kind of going loopy for a little bit right now. But besides that, he's taking it mostly well, surprisingly. A lot more well than Kyoka did when Lincoln told her, but you're still well, you know? So yeah, after this does lead to a fight, however, with Katsuki saying he just wants to fight Lincoln and Clyde. Lincoln and Izuku. But Clyde and Chandler do join in, saying it'll be free-for-all between all of them. Lincoln saying, alright. And Izuku realizing that he really won't have a choice in the matter, realizes might as well, as Lincoln and Izuku activate the watches, transforming it, and with Katsuki rushing after him. For Lincoln, he comes out the Great Flash as Humongousaur, with Izuku coming out of it as aesthetic. His what the hell is Goop's species name? Huh. You know, I don't think we've ever been told what Goop's species name is, now that I think about it. But, that for later. So, yeah, as acidic and Humongousaur rush towards their opponents, with Katsuki's Chandler and Clyde moving up, as the fight commenced. Now then, the first one immediately start off to hit is Lincoln as he proceeds to swing his tail, smacking Clyde a little bit, only for Clyde to flip while in the air before landing on the ground and coating himself in the stone, before slamming his hands down, sending up rocks and ice along with it, which leads to a Humongousaur having to block it. Now, next of all of a sudden, we see basically it's like a free-for-all fight going on between all of them. As we see Chandler coming out of nowhere trying to strike Izuku, only for Izuku to wrap it around his arm and throw him. Which we didn't see Katsuki coming, basically throwing the explosions, splattering Izuku around. Which after Izuku regains his form, he switches to Rakan. Well, I can come up with a better. He switched to bottom. Marsh Flame. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, Marsh Flame. He switched to Marsh Flame for shooting Katsuki with fire, which causes him to blow up on his own thanks to his foot being, well, ignited. Now then, we get back to Lincoln and Clyde. as we see Lincoln switch to Spider Monkey coming out the smoke before giving Clyde a good right hook, a double right hook to the face and stomach, well, in his ribs specifically, as it sends him flying back a bit. As he lands before pulling up something that Kevin showed him, as Clyde starts to shapeshift his arm into a mace with the giant ball with spikes on it. The hell? Before Lincoln could question it, he's repeatedly smacked inside the face and getting sent back, which then leads to him transforming again and coming out the green flash as Jet Ray before basically rapid firing his Neuroblast at Clyde with full on precision as they all hit. Now then, we switch back to March Flame, who has switched into Icewind, his Necrophrygian transformation, as he flies up and freezes Chandler for a second before going back after Akatsuki, picking him up and throwing him in the ground. With Chandler breaks out the ice before coming out enough. With Chandler being able to break out the ice, speeding up and punching Zuko in the stomach, sending him flying down to the ground. Which he's then shot at by ice again, but able to dodge mostly. As his hand gets covered, but he's able to electrocute it off for shooting a blast of electricity down. Now then, as we see, this happens simultaneously as this, so, which leads to Lincoln's Neuroshock Blast meeting Chandler's lightning, causing along with Katsuki, causes a massive explosion that, tips off Aizawa. As the fight continues on, this is when All Might walks up, which eventually, I would say Lincoln and Zuko would time out, but considering the fact that they still have powers in human form, they are able to go at it. But during this, hand-to-hand alien power fight, this is when All Might shows up, asking the boys to stop. The All Might? Zuko says. As they all lower their powers, as All Might tells Bakugo that wasn't his fault. Things play off the cannon. Now then, this is when they get their asses in trouble by Aizawa. Things happen with Katsuki saying he's the one that started the fight. And so, Lincoln and Zuko and Clyde, I would say. And Chandler does admit that he helped egg on the fight. So Lincoln and Zuko and Clyde get Zuko's same weeks, while Chandler and Bakugo get the same weeks as well, as Bakugo got in canon. Now, during this, things go out similar to canon, yada yada. Now then, this is when we meet him. Shit, what time am I running at right now? Huh, I've been going for 18 minutes. Doesn't even feel like it. Wait a minute, shit, when is Mirio? Season 4. Yeah, no, should be. Hold up, give me a hot minute.
It's Giro to admit.
Yep, nope, Mirio's next. Okay, just had to make sure. Okay. Now then. Now, the Mirio fight goes mostly in canon, except, there are 3 extra people here, and all 4 of them have different powers. Well, just one person has a different power than canon, but you get it. But, yeah, okay. Let's get on into this. Now then, it starts off with Chandler basically rushing Mirio after the class was taken out. But after he falls through him, he ends up shooting electricity back out of his foot. Which, he sends that mixed in with energy, which leads to Mirio having to block again. Only for, I say Big Chill and Ice Cream to rush him. As Lincoln and Zuko knows that they can touch other intangible beings with their testing with Ghost Freak and Spectral, who they have warned the plumbers about the scare being out and about. I do have to mind that, which I kind of forgot to mention, but yeah, they told Ben about the scare popping around. So that, along with, so that along with, those clones running around, things are getting pretty hectic. Now then, Link and Nezuko, they all do lose eventually. But during this time, while they're fighting, as we see two Galvins, the same as gray matter in spectral species. I mean, no, not spectral, brainy species. As we see them, yes, finally. As we see them change, a green flash, as they transform, basically. Well, you know, transform into different aliens. Now then, just to see if it works back in the pest form. Now, as the two Galvins realize they transformed into Lincoln Loud and Nezuko Midoriya. As we see as he makes his way to Earth, we see that they make their way to Earth, and during this time, we see the two Galvins waking up. Yue Hai, we finally found you. And that means you two as well, Lincoln Loud and Nezuko Midoriya. The two lookalikes of our two known boys says, as they go out and they decide to wait. Yes, things will be interesting, to say the least. More on